What, did we take a 3 week? Is this week 3? Did we skip a week?
I think we...
No, I think if we would have skipped this week, it would have been 3 weeks.
Yeah, but we didn't.
Yeah.
We're here.
Awesome.
We're good.
We're back.
What's up? We're back, everyone. What's up? Welcome to another episode of Bay Area Boys, where we discuss all things Bay Area.
With the boys.
Now, we've switched up our format here. You
Sorry,
good?
I had to, yeah.
You all right?
I kind of butchered my with the boys, so
That's
I had to let people know I had to clear my throat.
We're changing the format again here. I like this though.
Yeah.
I didn't like it before because I felt like I couldn't actually have a conversation
I really don't
with you.
like this because I don't fucking like looking people in the eyes for this long, dude.
But it's more personal.
It is.
I feel like I can have a real conversation.
I'm already hating this, so
I feel like I can have a real conversation with you. Don't forget, you can always break and look at the camera too when you want to make your point for that. Just that reprise of eye contact.
Yeah.
You know, if it's getting too intense, if it's getting too much, you can just like.
The people with blue eyes just kind of freak me out sometimes.
Do I have blue eyes?
Yeah, I think
thought they're more like greenish, like a greenish gray, like a cool blue.
No, yeah, I mean they're blue.
I guess so.
They're not green.
Don't look at my camera. Look at your camera.
I was looking at it.
I was gonna say green, but okay, I'll take blue.
Yeah.
I'll take blue.
So yeah, you came in with your 49ers starter, and I was like, I had to bust mine out because I mean we all know that the Raiders have the best color, logo, fan base in the NFL.
I will say, I think I might agree with all three of those things. Yeah, the black and white, the old school logo, the fan base is wild. Have you ever been in the black hole of a Raiders game? You haven't? Okay.
No.
I haven't either.
I think you kind of like growing up, you kind of like know you're either about it or you're not. Like I feel like if you're gonna go into the black hole, it's kind of like you're taking away from another level of Raider fans like seat.
Oh, and so you'd feel guilty taking a seat away from someone like that
Yeah.
because you wouldn't go in the whole like get up.
No, I would not.
Really?
Well,
if you had tickets to a black hole in the Raiders game,
now
you wouldn't go.
Now,
okay.
yes, but I think like I don't know. I haven't been to a Raider game in a very, very long time. But I think definitely as a kid is when I went to the majority of my Raider games. So yeah, it's kind of like a scary place.
It would
intimidate, not scary, intimidating.
Intimidating. I totally agree with you.
Yeah,
that's why
it's like I feel like you'd get punked in a black hole.
Not if you're part of the Raider Nation.
Even then, I just think that's just like it's like you got to earn your stripes to get in there, dude.
See, if that's the case, then I'm taking the fandom down a notch because that's not cool.
I'm probably wrong.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
It should be inclusive.
But and I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's intimidating, like on TV more than anything than what it really
Such
is.
a scaredy cat of your own fans, dude. That's why I'm a Niners
fan.
fan.
Watch every move. But so I had to bust this thing out. I haven't worn this in a long time because I love this jacket, dude, but it's very short.
But that's kind of the style now.
I know it is, and it's one of those things where like I probably will start wearing it more. But it's like one of those fun things. I'm like a little self-conscious. I'm like, it's a little too short. Like
it looks good.
Yeah.
Show off that midriff, baby. I like it.
I just wear an extra small shirt with it.
I mean, not the best time to be a Raiders fan, unfortunately.
Oh, it's not that bad, dude. It's been definitely worse. I mean,
it's been worse.
We've been like it's the worst when you're just the absolute worst team in the NFL, and we're better than a good amount of handful of teams in the NFL.
True.
So it's like it is what it is. I think we'll see what happens. I think the interim head coach, if he beats the Chiefs on Sunday,
that's not happening.
Patrick Mahomes is a little bitch right now. He's in turmoil, dude. Their whole team is fucking falling apart. Anything could happen. We beat them before.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a division game. Is it in Las Vegas?
I doubt it.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean,
the last game was in Las Vegas, so I doubt it'd be another home game.
Are the Niners winning the Super Bowl is my question.
I mean, I think obviously you guys are the favorite. Obviously, you guys are probably the best team in the league right now, but you guys also have a horrible track record of Super Bowl appearances. So
I wouldn't say a horrible track record.
In the last 10 years.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
What horrible track record being what, 0-2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 0-3.
At least we no. At least we got there.
Yeah. No,
we're dancing.
I agree.
We're the favorites.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, the favorites don't win it's football. Crazy things happen, but it would be a bit of a disappointment if we don't.
Injuries, though.
A couple.
Oh, two starting O-line.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
They'll be all right.
And I think a linebacker, too.
And some D.
Yeah.
We lost some fun. A few people.
Off the football topic.
Yes.
I wanted to touch on the fact that you're not a fan of karaoke.
No, I'm not. Have we talked about that?
I knew why I brought it up because we were talking about it before, and I said let's wait.
Yeah.
But explain that. It doesn't make sense because you'll sing the national anthem at your association gala, but
begrudgingly. I'm bullied into that every year.
I don't believe that, dude.
I am.
Dude, you get off on that. That's like,
No.
don't sit here and come on, dude.
No, dude, I'm bullied into it every year.
Yeah.
Okay, let me be honest with you. There's a part of me that doesn't want to do it, but then there's a part of me that
wants
does.
to flex. You want to flex.
I don't know about flex.
You want to be like, I sell a lot more homes than some of you. I sell, and then I can come up here and then freaking just murder you on the pipes.
I'm not even that good. I can carry a tune. I can. I'm not some insanely talented singer. I can carry a tune. I can do okay. Better than average, I will definitely say.
Yeah.
But no, it is this anxiety-ridden thing that I have to do every single year leading up to it, and I am in shambles when I walk up there. In absolute shambles. And then I close my eyes, I get through it, I hope that I don't mix up the two verses, and then I kind of black out for a minute, and then it's over.
Yeah.
And then it's done.
Yeah.
And I always feel...
and then everybody comes up and then freaking pats you on the back and shit.
Yeah, that part is nice.
Yeah.
I will say that part is nice. Who doesn't love that, right? I mean, I'm not just saying.
Yeah.
It is nice. But then after that's done, I can actually relax and enjoy the evening, because until that part, I am not enjoying.
I just think that you have to know that you enjoy it, though. I have to hear you admit that you enjoy it.
That's the thing, man. Okay, I'll say this. Because I don't get many opportunities to perform anymore, I do love it in that respect. Yeah, I do love it in that respect, that I do enjoy performing. I do. I very much enjoy performing. I wish it was another song other than the national anthem, though.
One year you just have a little side thing with the DJ, and you're like, hey, let's just roll right into this one right after. Like, don't even give anybody a heads up.
An encore?
Yeah.
Ooh, what do I roll into?
I don't know.
Like America the Beautiful?
No.
Amazing
no.
Grace?
No, something totally off of.
Oh,
yeah,
not patriotic at all.
No, not at all.
We're talking like hit him with an usher.
Boom.
Yeah.
Just totally just pull out a cane and a fucking top hat.
Oh, okay. See, now we're talking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now that I would enjoy doing.
I think that would make a lot more sense. What's the award show that? Why am I blanking on her name?
Give me something.
Spirit
Awards.
No, yeah, Spirit Awards. What's her name?
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza.
Your girl.
Did I know? Yes.
You forgot her.
I know. But it's been a day. Aubrey Plaza and the Spirit Awards. You know what I mean? She just hit it, and then she's just like, that would be sick, dude. And then you're kind of calling out each different real estate agent in the crowd a little bit.
Okay, so you're doing an opening monologue for it.
I think if you hit people with that, that would make so much more sense than just the fucking national anthem.
I would love that. That's kind of what we did for launch. That was our idea for emceeing for launch.
Except for not as well executed, but yes.
I thought it was great. I thought we did very well.
Yeah.
Point is, if that was an opportunity for me to do that,
I think you should just make the opportunity.
Oh, seize the day, seize the opportunity.
I mean, whoever the president is, hey, they would love that.
I don't know if they would. Well, again, my county is not the most progressive, and
I think they would be okay with it, dude. But anyways, so do you like how I DM'd after I saw that DM'd you said never do that again?
Yeah, you did. Everybody else was giving me so many props, and you DM'd me,
dude, never do that again.
Don't do that, bro. The most cringe thing I've ever seen you do. Don't do it again. Whatever. Your mom was. She was like, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Miss.
What are friends for? But yeah, so it's so odd that you don't like karaoke, but you.
I don't, and the reason is because I live that life, man. I live that real visceral performance life. Not a karaoke, not a bad version adaptation of a song. I was a artiste, and I'm not going to pervert that by getting up there and singing all the single ladies with a bunch of my friends.
No, dude, karaoke now you pick whatever the hell song you want. It's not you don't have to be put into a box to only sing pop songs.
No, I know that, but that's what people do. They sing Summer Nights from Greece together as a duet.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Let's just hit that note. But
which one?
Yeah.
Oh, you should have.
But No, dude, I think you're tripping. I think it's a fun thing, and I think you gotta get back into it a little bit because it's like, come on, dude, you bottle yourself up for the national anthem once a year.
Yeah,
like maybe you do need to fucking do some karaoke.
Yeah, I save myself
right?
for the most important song in history.
Right?
Okay,
and then you just let it all go.
Do you karaoke?
I haven't in a while, but I definitely will. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
If the drinks are flowing, and yeah.
If you go up there, what's your song?
I don't really have one. I'd have to like really see the list and then like comb through it and be like, oh yeah, for sure, I'll hit that.
Come on, dude. What's your song? Everybody has a song.
I don't do karaoke that often. I don't have like a song like that.
If you were to pick right now, what would it be?
Probably Texas Sun by Leon Bridges.
Texas Sun.
It's such a banger.
I would love to hear that.
Yeah. But yeah, so maybe throw some karaoke into the mix, have some fun.
All right, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll film it. We'll post it.
Yeah,
it'll be a good time.
What do you think, Johnny? Would you do some karaoke?
Probably, yeah. But it depends if I'm drinking or not.
Yeah, he'd for sure seen some Zach Bryan.
Oh yeah,
100%.
That would be it, right?
Get in his feels.
Yeah, I'll blow my voice out, bro.
Blow his back out. All right, let's move on to topic number 1.
Yeah.
We got Frank Somerville is back. Frank is back, dude. Icon. Absolute Bay Area icon.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Frank Somerville was the main anchor on Cron 4 News, would you say?
He was the Ron Burgundy of
the Bay Area?
The Bay Area.
He was.
That is a great analogy.
He really was.
Yeah.
He was there for a long time. I mean, growing up as a kid,
let's rephrase that. The intelligent Ron Burgundy, right?
Well, sure.
I mean, could be, Bay Area dude, that could be taken one way or another.
You just meant in
stardom.
Stardom and stature.
Stardom,
yeah, okay, fair enough.
So what? You got to back that a little bit.
Yeah, so what happened? Like, what do you mean he's coming back?
So from everything I've heard, obviously he had his struggles with alcoholism. He's back. He's, 6 months clean and sober, which is awesome. I have a lot of family members that are in AA and things like that.
Yeah, same.
And he's doing his thing on social media again, and kind of from what I see, just back on the horse, dude.
I hope he comes back.
Yeah.
I do. I hope everybody loves a redemption story. Everybody loves a comeback, right? I also have family members who struggle with that, and it is not a death sentence.
Yeah.
It is not something that should be seen as, oh, they did this thing, so they're gone.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think if you work on yourself, it does take a lot of work, but if you put in that work and you come out the other side, who better? Who better than to tell tales of the Bay Area than someone who's gone through that hell and back?
Yeah. I mean, he's a great storyteller as well, even from his social media. But I think he's trying to make a comeback to Cron 4. I think Cron 4 would be absolutely insane to not bring him back.
Well, that was going to be my question.
I mean, how does that not bring a ton of viewers back?
Dude, I haven't watched the news. Really, I was a big news person.
I'm right there with you.
But if he came back, I'd watch.
I'd tune in, baby.
But the next question is at this point, is he bigger than Cron 4? Because that's the thing.
Is he in world news next?
Well, not so much that. I just mean, does he need Cron 4 as a platform?
I just think that's his. I think it's his jam.
His home.
Yeah. He does a lot of social media and stuff, but it's more journalism. I think I'm saying that right. Like, it's just more like him with his thought, but it's not him like talking about it. You know what I mean? It's like the story and then him telling the story about it in caption.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Is kind of, to me, I think that's more journalism.
Yeah. So are you saying that it's more of an op-ed? Like, it's more him giving his take on it? Is that what you're getting to? Okay, yeah.
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 Whereas Cron 4, I mean, he
would just be telling the straight
news,
straight facts.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is maybe he enjoys that more. Maybe he enjoys that journalism, that old school way of telling the facts, but putting your personality and spin on it that built what journalism was. Because it wasn't just ABC XYZ. It was a story. It really was. And so him being an old school journalist in that sense, a platform may work better for him than coming back to Cron 4. I think it would be a triumphant return of, the king has returned to the kingdom, but maybe he's past that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And it's okay to be past that.
Absolutely. We grow, we evolve, we can move on from things, right? And so I just want to follow his journey personally.
Yeah.
I want to see what he does, where he ends up, how he does it. It's been really cool to see his comeback on social media, which is such a cool platform that you normally wouldn't be able to see that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to see him tell his own story. You'd hear, oh, he was alcoholic and he's at this and he's at that, right? Everybody else telling his story, where now he has a platform to tell his own story, which again might work better for what he might want to do.
Yeah.
I love it.
Frank the Tank. Maybe we get him in here. Get him on the podcast.
Could you imagine?
Frank, we need you, dude. We need you. Yeah, so looking forward to seeing what happens with Mr. Frank Somerville. I know you had an interesting topic about some things that are going on in New York. You wanna touch on those?
I do. So while it isn't necessarily Bay Area related yet, I think that it could be something that the Bay Area adopts soon. So in New York, they have implemented a new bill for congestion times, which basically means peak commute, peak activity times in certain places of the city that get really bad congestion. I'm sure you've seen movies and TV shows when you get stuck in traffic and you just, all the honking, it's going to take us 3 hours to move 5 blocks. So what New York has implemented now is an extra toll for commuters, cars, trucks, motorcycles that will cost you a fee just to use the roads to get from one place of the city to the other during peak congestion times.
Damn.
So on top of everything else that we are getting tagged for now
and taxed for, this is going to be something that is added. And the public opinion of this so far in New York has been very bad. Obviously, no one's going to be happy about that. I think, obviously when things like this happen, like California and New York, for a lot of things, not everything, but are very neck and neck in things that they do.
They mirror each other.
Yeah.
The politics, the way their cities are run, their coastal cities on opposite sides, they have a lot of similarities.
Yeah. So it's just so much different because New York is such a dense city, and then people like to compare San Francisco and New York is just so much larger.
It's so different, yeah.
So we don't have that type of traffic. Like I know, like San Francisco traffic can be bad, but it's not like I don't think it's bad enough to where you could implement something like that. Our traffic is freeway traffic.
Yeah.
And then, like we were talking about before we started, is we have these charges to take the HOV lane, right, with fast track and things like that. So I don't know. I don't think it seems like we could easily see something similar to this, but where?
Yeah, it's kind of
our tolls are so high. Then we're getting we have just to hit the fast lane. There's a charge. So
yeah, I think that's the closest correlation we have to that at the moment is the fast lane is. But they've even revamped that in the last few years.
Yeah.
So where if you just want to use it, period, it costs you X amount of money per exit, right? They'll say to get from here to this exit, it's going to be $125. To get from here to this exit, it's going to be $3, depending. So we're already kind of seeing that almost. It's not just a flat fee.
Yeah.
It's a rolling fee for how long you travel, which is basically the same thing, just delivered in a different way.
Dude, it's so hard to keep up. Like I had a client ask me the other day, they're like, if you have a electric vehicle, do you get do you just get to take like the fast lane, like the carpool lane without it? I'm like, dude, I have no idea. It's so hard to keep up.
It changes
with everything. Like everything's always like, I don't even remember, because like we've even had conversations about like what the bridge toll is going to potentially go up to. I don't even remember what we're at right now anymore. It's like, is it $7? Is it $10 already? Is it what is it?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I pay attention to it obviously, but what am I going to do? It's like when gas prices go up and everybody complains. What are you going to do? Not drive? Like you just got to eat it. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the prices are. You're going to pay the prices. If you cross the bridge, you're going to cross the bridge, whether the price is $5, $7, it doesn't matter.
But it does second guess. That's like New York. It makes you like, if you're like that taxi driver, like, I'm going to make $10 on this, then I got to pay $15. No, I'm not taking that ride. So it does make you second guess for sure.
Well, and that's what they're trying to clear up, right? Is it's mostly centered in the main congestive parts of the city where the traffic happens the most. So they're trying to have people either use public transportation, take opposite routes, different routes, and not just clog up this area. So it's really going to be made for those people that can either A, afford it, B, their companies are paying for them to do that, or C, there's just no other way around. And that's the other thing is people's commutes are already so long now. You have to factor, I got to wake up an hour and a half early just to get to work on time. If you have to go an alternate route to that, you have to wake up. I mean, it has a ripple effect that I think could really change the way people commute, or as you said, make people second guess about what they're going to do, taking that job, moving to that city, getting that opportunity to where, sure, it might be a better job opportunity, but what comes with that?
Yeah.
And so, again, while we haven't seen that exact thing here, I think there are some parallels that we're seeing happen in our area that's happening out there as well. So it'll be interesting to see like if it actually works and what it does. Because the other thing that it does too, on the positive side, is it makes the city a lot of money that they can use for a lot of stuff. I mean, depending on whatever they use it for. Obviously, we're not tapped into the New York bureaucracy and what they use stuff for, but it does help keep things nice and good, and there is upkeep. So that's the thing people don't understand is if you want nice things, you got to pay a nice things tax for it. Simple as that.
That's why we can never have nice things.
Well, we try to, but we just have to keep paying more and more money for it. But that's what comes with it.
Speaking about spending a lot of money, I haven't seen much food posts from you lately. I feel like you've been a little dry on the food posts.
Well, it's been a tight year for things. I'm not splurging. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I'm really not kidding.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, it has been a tighter year. So obviously, like I'm being fiscally responsible a little bit more. If I don't have the money, I'm not going to splurge on it as much. But it's also because of that, I've been trying to use my free time more constructively in my business. Yeah. And because I have more of it, I'm really trying to hunker down and buckle down more on systems, the normal thing. Speaking of which, dude, you've been killing it.
Thank you.
Killing it, man. Your TikTok's going crazy.
Yeah.
Going crazy dumb. Crazy dumb.
Crazy Dumbo.
Going crazy Dumbo, man. It makes me very happy to see.
Thank you.
Like it makes me frustrated in a good way to like, up, you know what I mean? Like up my game. Yeah. But it makes me so happy to see that you are like kind of the guy for house tours in the Bay, in the whole Bay Area right now. Yeah. Would you say that? That's what I would say.
I don't know. I would like to say so because I don't see anybody else doing that. And I think it's one of those things that's like so just random. It's just like the one takes off, and then if you just stay consistent with it and really like try to develop a system around it, it goes from there.
And it was really just one. Yeah. You posted like the first one you posted. Yeah. Went nuts. Yeah. And that was just been riding it ever since.
I mean, it's a couple things like
so happy for you, dude. just all you did was one video, and all of a sudden just instant success. No, but you've worked at your social media long before that. I feel like this was it wasn't a success overnight thing. Yeah. I know a lot of people think that kind of thing.
I mean, it was and it wasn't. I mean, it's funny because like I always think about, I remember I think the first year we went to Real Estate Video Blueprint, and then Trey was like, you guys don't understand, you're one video away from changing, your business or whatever it is. Yeah. Which is super true because like we do all these different things and it's like, oh fuck, this doesn't work, or this worked well, and like, oh, this doesn't work, and then one does just really well, and it's like, okay, cool, I found what people like. And it makes me think, and it kind of like, I was going to ask you about this, like about a business too, which came to mind, which is like One House Bakery, because it's like it's just must feel so good to have a business where they're just, no matter what, without fail, there is a line out your door almost every single day. Like, and it's insane because like One House is just constantly in the news, on, viral social media, this and that. And I think that's just what it comes down to, is it's like, if you can find the way to, for the most people, I was just talking to Johnny about this, to get the most reach possible that people resonate with, that's the easiest way to get business. Yeah. So it's like, but it's so incredibly hard to
finding your demographic, finding your audience.
Yeah.
Whether it be in whatever business, One House for food, for business, for entertainment. Yeah. I mean, whatever that is, finding that audience, Because it really is, and that's the thing, is it is a niche audience when you really think about it. Because even though you're getting, in some cases, hundreds of thousands of views, think about how many people watch TikTok.
Yeah.
Like even 100,000 views is so niche on TikTok.
Yeah.
When you think about it, which is kind of wild in that
is.
sense. But once you find that niche audience and can speak to it, usually that niche isn't just 10 people, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're way out there. But even still, people are wild.
Yeah.
So finding that audience and really just focusing on that has seemed to really resonate with them and bring you a lot of success with it.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Obviously, there's a super long way to go, but it's definitely been the most, I guess, fun I've had in a while. Also spend way too much time, a lot more time on my phone, which isn't good.
Well, but
I know
it comes with the territory and it's for your business.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not just messing around.
But I think YouTube this year, kind of using that same tactic segue into YouTube, I think we're going to do really well with. Really, really well with.
Well, I'm excited to see the journey, Roland.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
That's where another thing, though, we have to strategize on some of those for new construction, because I'll send this to you later, but basically there's this guy who's doing this, basically just nothing but home tours on his YouTube in Austin. Mm-hmm. And it does incredibly well for him. So,
well, plus it's really good to show people out there, like the new construction that are coming, because I feel like that has been a much bigger want for home buyers recently, just in the last year, than I've experienced in the last 6 years I've done real estate.
I think it's so untapped too. I think there's like so many people that just go straight into that new construction, just not even thinking about a real estate agent. And they're just cleaning up. New construction companies are cleaning up.
Well, a lot of construction, they don't allow a real estate agent to even be part of it.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, Lennar is one of them.
I just worked with one last year that basically said, here's like a referral fee and bye, see you later.
Me too.
Get out, which is frustrating because we want to help our clients not get, taken advantage of. Not that I'm saying all builders do that, but that's why we exist, is to negotiate, right? Is to push that envelope and know what we get. So, it's
tough because it's really funny because when interest rates are up, you really can negotiate with them. And that's what a lot of buyers don't know. And when interest rates are down, you really have nothing.
Yeah.
You have no ammo whatsoever. You have no incentive. You have nothing. But that is where we can really help buyers in the new construction market, is even right now, even while interest rates are declining, they still are offering a lot of stuff. So
yeah, because it's just been sitting vacant. I mean, there's so many places that have just been. I mean, I get reached out to by builders being like, "Hey, did you know we have this incentive? And did you know we're offering this and offering this?" And when during the pandemic and the interest rates being when they were low, they didn't want anything to do with us. They wanted nothing to do with us.
They're like, "This is our time." There's like, our time is now.
Because they didn't need to pay a fee to help us bring in a buyer, because buyers were all they're crawling all over the place. So we were not necessary for them.
But that's what's so weird too about our market versus all these other agents that we know their markets, is they're so fickle when it comes to video with us. And it's like, and what I found is it's like, they're just the people you initially get in contact with. They're like, okay, well, yeah, all I can really do is just pass you off to my marketing person. And the marketing person does almost absolutely nothing. So they don't want you to come in and basically outperform them with one video and do more for them for free than they get paid to do.
Yeah.
Is the way I look at it. Because anytime you try to, at least here in California, try to talk to the marketing person through a builder, it's like, no, I'm not talking to you. I'm not returning your call. I'm not doing anything.
They need to protect their own job.
Yeah. So it's like, it's almost at the point where, dude, we just go in there.
Just do it.
On the sly. And just
ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
I just don't think. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't see it being an issue. I think it's just like the fact of like you can't even get a response. But like if you do it, you say, "Hey, this is Lennar's whatever. This is so and so's Toll Brothers whatever. This is what their prices are at right now." I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's just so like
it's tough
such
because
a disservice.
Yeah, because you think as long as you're bringing in a buyer, who cares, right? Mm-hmm. Like, why would that be so bad? I mean, I've had people on listings that I've had say, "Hey, can I make a video to show?" Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because if you can bring me a buyer, what do I care?
Yeah.
What do I care?
Yeah. And I've seen the same thing with some listing agents, where if you do ask them if you can do a video on their thing, and they're like, "No,
I've had a couple of people say no.
And it's like, that's almost the same thing as the marketing person mindset. If my seller or somebody else sees you doing a better job than me on my listing, then that's not a good look for me. And it's like, well, maybe you should step your shit up.
Well, and also, what do you think their seller would say about that? If somebody, right, like if I bypass the listing agent, which I would never do, by the way, I'm just making a point, saying, hey, seller, can I take a picture of your house and show it to 5,000 more people? In your case, 100,000 more people on a video, maybe? Yeah. Would they say no? Of course they would. Like, yes, get my house out there.
Please.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I know. It's wild. That's why it's so important.
Yeah.
Who you work with matters.
Who you work with matters. Absolutely. In anything.
The real estate agent #1 saying.
I know.
Who you work with matters.
And every agent says that.
Yeah.
No matter who they are.
Believe me when I say this, guys, who you work with matters. Shout it from the rooftops. I think that's good. I want to talk about this wastewater into tap water, but I just really don't know enough about it. So I feel weird talking about it.
Well, I think it's just we're California is known over the last few years for two big problems. Yeah. One, fires. Yeah. And hilariously opposite is two, water shortage. Those are the droughts and the fire problem are two issues California seems to deal with every single year, and they're not getting better. Yeah. They're getting worse every single year because there's less rainfall. There's just, which goes into more fire hazards. So we're constantly looking for ways to boost our water supply in every way possible, especially for drinkable water for humans. So we are delving into find a way to refine wastewater to become drinkable water for the citizens, because that is something that we struggle with every single year. I mean, if you live in California, you probably know this, you remember this, you get ordinances, you get heads up from the government, from your county, whatever, saying we are in a drought. You cannot use more than this much water. If you do, you're going to get taxed for it. Don't water your lawns anymore. Like, we need to conserve as much water as possible. Yeah. So trying to find ways to combat that is probably one of the, it's paramount to the longevity and survivability of our state without having to pull water from other places. Because when we do that, that costs money. Yeah. The states go, yeah, you can use our water, but you're going to pay this much for it. So then we come even more, it goes on and on and on. So I think trying to find creative ways to help with that problem, one, helps us just have a better life, having water, the essence of life. Yeah. And two, it's going to hopefully save us on taxes and water bills because we'll have a more sustainable source ourselves rather than having to pull it from other people, meaning we have to pay for it, meaning we have to pay for it. Yeah. So it is a, no pun intended, trickle down that does happen when we have to pull from outside sources. So I think anything that we can do to bolster our own reservoirs and our reserves of water is a good thing. Yeah. So with that being said, I know that you said you don't know too much about it. Do you even know just the basics that we can kind of keep our eye on?
All I know is it's Santa Clara County, I believe, is starting it. Okay. From what I read, very, very briefly read, because we kind of rushed into today a little bit. But
it's the holidays. Yeah. We had a lot of stuff going on. You're a super famous TikTok star now, so you don't have time to do your part of this podcast, which is fine. So you're begging me
I was supposed to have till Friday to do this. But yeah, basically they're wanting to just be able to use water at least more than once, just one more time. Yeah. I'm a very rare that I'm going to drink tap water regardless. Like, obviously I know like the water from my fridge is like comes from tap. It's filtered, but I'm usually like 9.5 times out of 10, I'm not drinking straight from the tap. And everybody's different, dude. Like, some people are like, I love tap water. You know what I mean? It's great, but
and yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My family had a ranch up in Maxwell, and they would drink their well water all the time. And because the well water had a little bit of fluoride in it, they had like the most pristine teeth. They never got cavities. Yeah. They were just drinking fluoride with like small amounts.
Then there's the argument of like the people that say like, fluoride does stuff to us.
Yeah, well,
who knows?
Who knows? I mean? Yeah. My uncle Pete lived to be 90. mid 90s and was a rancher for almost all of those years. So he was okay.
Old Petey.
Old Pete.
Yeah.
Old Uncle Pete. He was a rancher.
Something tells me that he had like a spittoon that he would like spit in.
Okay, now let me tell you kind of what he reminds me of a little bit. You've seen Napoleon Dynamite. You know, the farmer kind of talks like that was kind of my Uncle Pete a little bit.
Yeah, so probably
like
tobacco. Did he
absolutely.
Yeah.
Chew tobacco. I think
Yeah.
did he have a spittoon in his house? I don't remember if he did.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
I mean, it's just you think Uncle Petey.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he was that guy through and through.
Nice.
Through and through. Had guns all over the house.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Had a dog, follow him around everywhere. The goodest dog of all time.
Nice.
Like a ranch
Best boy.
ranch hand dog. Oh, just
border collie or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe we'll dive more into this when we hear some more about it on the next round of Bay Area boys. But I know it's gonna gross some people out for sure. I mean, people get grossed out about I get grossed out about tap water as it is.
But it's completely okay to drink.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I know.
So, I know what you're saying. We're in our world now of like Culligan water and
how privileged, right? The fact that you know what I mean, like, and there's people that have to walk 3 miles plus a day.
yeah, first world problems
To get some way worse quality water.
Yeah,
It's wild.
yeah. I don't know how much we're really going to use this refined water so much for drinking, but still, you can use it to boil, you can use it to cook, you can use it to clean, you could use it to. I mean, it can go in a lot of. It's not just going to only be for drinking, right? It's just going to be water that is safe to be drank if you need to, but can be used for everything else you need water to be used for.
Yeah.
So I think having just having more ways to create usable water is something we need to really start buckling down for, especially in this state for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Let's go ahead and wrap.
Let's wrap it up, man.
Let's wrap it up, baby.
I like
a nice little Christmas bow.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Do you have any big plans for the holidays?
Just the 4 Christmases, as always.
Yep.
But decent movie, by the way.
Underrated.
It's
Underrated.
I think it's just about there.
You think it's rated?
Yeah,
You think it's just rated?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah. I just love Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah. No, yeah, she's
big
good.
Reese Witherspoon fan. Love her.
She's done some big things lately.
Love her.
All the Christmas shopping's done.
Yeah.
Solid.
Okay.
How about you?
Now you got a little kid, first Christmas with the babe.
And the awesome thing about that is I don't have to get her a single present. Because she's not going to remember anything.
Dad of the year, dude.
And all of her grandparents and family members have overdone it.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, what am I going to...
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, dude. I'll wrap some fruit and she can open that. And like, what is she going to know?
Wow.
Yeah.
What riches and spoils your baby has.
It's just so simple. Might do it next year too. What about you?
My brother's coming up.
Awesome.
Haven't seen him in a little bit.
Nice.
Which is exciting. Just same stuff, family,
You guys have like I feel like you have like a dish that you cook. Like that's like, oh mom, are you making this? Like
no, our Christmas dinners are right about along with our Thanksgiving dinners, and you know how I feel about that.
So
underwhelming.
Really?
Yeah.
But you can do anything for Christmas.
You could.
Like my mom's making beef Wellington.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
My mother's making beef Wellington.
My mother's preparing a beef Wellington feast for the whole family. Huzzah for mother! Huzzah for mother!
So you guys just like don't cook, or like what's the issue?
Last year. No, that was for Thanksgiving. I made everybody. Yeah, it's just.
It's just like bland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sound disappointed about it.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you make something? Why don't you like go all out?
I did last year for Thanksgiving. I made Thanksgiving dinner last year. I said, hey, I'm going to make
that.
it. Yeah. And I made, oh man, it was so good. And then went like, wow, this is the best Thanksgiving dinner ever. And
then, do this again.
No, it wasn't a let's do this again. It was just like, well,
cool.
Back to the basics, I guess. Yeah.
So when you guys have Christmas, like, all right, like, I'm assuming you probably have like 2 Christmases, give or take.
Yeah.
Who cooks?
My dad and stepmom on one side.
Yeah.
And my mom and stepdad on the other side.
So you're just saying that their cooking is just not there.
Yeah. They're not the best cooks. I love you, parents. I love you guys. But,
So would your sister, because your sister's going to comment on this, is she going to agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
But you think that like you guys would step in and be like, hey, let us take the main dish. You guys do all the sides.
We've asked.
Oh, so they're controlling. Nice.
And they're like, we got it. And then, they're like sweating profusely.
Yeah.
Like, stay out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Everybody out of the kitchen. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Sucks,
you watch The Bear?
Yes.
That scene when the Christmas?
Yeah.
That's my house.
Well, that's very toxic.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Damn, like, that's like insanely toxic. Like car through the house and everything,
no
dude.
one's
Like-
driven through a house. But there's
close.
it's heated.
Yeah.
It can get heated
Yeah.
at the Patullo house.
Dang.
Yeah. It's good times, man.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to. I want to be like a little fly on the wall.
I'll keep you updated. I'll live
Yeah.
tweet it for you.
Yeah, just like duct tape me to like the wall ceiling. Just sit there.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into this episode of Bay Area Boys. We try to come out with episodes every couple weeks here to keep you informed on what's happening in the Bay Area. Of course, if you have any questions, concerns about what we've said about the topics, if you have questions about anything Bay Area in particular, especially about real estate, because that's what we do, make sure to drop us a line, give us a comment, reach out to us. We'd love to answer any questions that you might have. And let us know what you thought about this episode. Leave comments below. Let us know what your thoughts are about what's coming up here in the Bay Area. Or if you have a topic you'd like us to cover, let us know as well. And we'll cover it in future episodes. And we'll even give you a shout out if we use your idea. Yeah.
People love a shout out.
People love a shout out.
Yeah.
Got to entice them a little bit, right?
Agreed.
So everyone, whatever this comes out, happy holidays. If it's past that, happy whatever we're in. We'll see you guys.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We'll see you guys in
Happy
the
New
New
Year.
Year. Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and listening.